A case of underage sex between an 11-year-old girl and a 16-year-old boy shortly after they met on Friendster has made headlines and shocked many in our society. The Straits Times further polled 50 teenagers and found that at least 18 of them have been targets of online sexual predators. 4 of them ended up in beds with the strangers they met online. What are parents' reactions to the revelation of these cases?
Of course, I'm concerned about it, but then I think so far, if let's say I guide her, then I think she should be okay. Yeah.
So you monitor her usage.
Yeah. I think I should bar her because if let's say internet is just a useful thing. If let's say I bar her from that, then eventually I think she'll lose out a lot.
Actually, I explained to her, and she knows about it. Because she reads newspaper as well.
The parents very important. Got to actually go in and know their circle of friends, and maybe 1 week once have a dinner with them together, and catch up with things. I think that's very important.
Social networking sites have become one of the most convenient avenues for sexual predators to cast their nets. But do our teens know enough about these threats? And are they exposing themselves to more dangers when they accept strangers' requests to be their friends? Would you accept requests by strangers to be your friends?
No, unless there's some link, like some other friends who know them, yeah.
Normally, I'll just add them for fun.
Really depends on my mood.
Has anyone, like strangers, added you as friends before?
Yeah.
Okay, how would you respond to them?
Just add them and just give comments only.
So you still add them even though they are strangers?
Yeah.
If they ask you to, meet up with them in person, would you do that?
No.
It depends lah. If there's a need, then and that person seems okay, then I don't mind. Yeah.
What kind of person will seem okay to you? Like, okay, this is like a quite decent person.
I'll look at the way they talk. We check out their details before that. Like look at their photos. If they have their blogs and stuff like that. Yeah.
Maybe after talking to them for like a while in MSN or something, after knowing them more, yeah.
So, what kind of people would you meet?
I don't know, decent people like same age, not like somebody who's like 30 plus or something. At least you can see their profile and then like maybe at least know them. Then don't meet at those deserted places. Like, why would anybody want to go there and stuff? Yeah.
If a friend knows them, I would lah. But if it's a total stranger, I won't. Yeah.
And for you?
Same goes for me. I wouldn't want to meet someone that I feel insecure. I'm not sure who's he.
Would you add like friends randomly online? I mean,
no. I won't. Yeah. No.
If they look cute, in their photos.
No.
Wow.
Because profiles might be deceiving.
Actually, there was this person who emailed me on Facebook, and it's like quite wrong, and I was like, no, yeah.
What did that person say?
He was like something about young girls having sex. And I'm like, no way, no, you're not supposed to have that, right? Only after marriage and stuff.
It's not a friend of your friend.
It's not. It's just because of pictures, and then he messaged, hey, he's quite old and stuff. And I'm like, dude, it's 30 plus. And I'm like, what's wrong with you?
Now, do they know what they can and cannot disclose on social networking sites?
Posting photos and stuff is quite okay, but maybe not giving information like handphone number, address and such.
I don't give really personal. It's just like, am I female or male? It's not really a very big issue. It's just like hobbies and stuff. Yeah.
For me, I just put enough so that my friend can recognize me through the website. Yeah.
So you wouldn't mind giving out details like your name, your gender?
Name and gender is okay, but if personal stuff like where you live, that kind of thing, I try not to put my real address, that kind of thing, in case people go and find you. Yeah.
And for you,
I won't put my email that it's like my personal email that I contact my friends, and they have this phone number thing, this phone book thing. I won't put that.
I just put things like what common people would like to know about me, like my likes and dislikes and stuff.
What about relationship status and stuff like that?
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, that's not too private. Yeah.
And are they aware of the privacy terms on these sites? Would you read through the terms and conditions or privacy terms on Friendster before you register an account there?
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't. I didn't read.
Oh, it's too long, really. Yeah, we'll just accept. That's it. Yeah.
For you guys?
No.
I sort of scroll down really fast and press agree.
For Facebook, right? Do you add any of the applications that are available there?
Yeah, some of them are like Super Poke or some of these are because my friends also add. Yeah.
So do you know that actually for Facebook, one of the terms actually state that basically Facebook is not responsible for platform application developers, so they could just access your information and use it for like their own use, commercial use. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, personally I am aware of that.
Do you mind, adding such applications if it comes with that kind of implications?
Not really, but some developers might use the personal information for other purposes. So it depends also.
Do you mind giving out personal information like on these applications if they know that they may use it for like their own commercial gains?
I mind. So most of the time when I use Friendster or Facebook, I don't really put my actual.
So just do a quick poll here, how many of you here actually do read through the privacy terms on Facebook or Friendster before you sign up for an account? Yeah.
Well, I mean, try to, but it's too long.
No, actually, I actually do. No, wow. Are you quite mad? No, but okay, we go back to the previous case. Julian actually covered a story. You want to tell us a bit of background about it?
Well, basically, it's like this girl's 11 years old in primary 6 when she basically met a friend on Friendster. So they were not known to each other before that, but essentially they began to exchange like comments, messages on Friendster, then became friends on Friendster. Then later they went offline and began to hang out and so on. Then things progressed and things happened.
And this girl was 11 years old, right?
At that time, yeah.
And the thing is that it's sort of, because 11 years old, I mean, to me, it doesn't sound like she is actually capable of such
she
things.
doesn't have an IC.
Yeah. So I mean, because like we don't register that, right? So does she have an IC? She doesn't have an IC?
Not yet. Yeah, I think 12 years old is when you get your first IC.
I can't remember. It's been that long that I can't remember.
Yeah,
okay.
that's right.
Yeah, but.
Yeah, so actually, is the mom happy with the sentence for that boy? Because I understand that he got like 12-month probation, right, for initiating sex.
That can't be discussed because there's another case ongoing, you see.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on, like generally, like what are your thoughts on these like young girls or young people?
Well, I suppose if you just go on Friendster and you go on Facebook, you can actually see a lot of people who are actually quite young, but they get away with just like, changing their ages on their pages.
Okay.
So there are those who are like 13, but they put it as 18, 19.
Yeah.
But when you like look at like who they're messaging, the comments on their pages, you know that it's like they're from some secondary school, in like some lower secondary school. And one thing that struck me from my interviews was that I think the mother made the point that basically on the internet, she could meet like much older people than she would have in her direct sphere, social sphere. If she had just remained in school, she would have made friends who are like about her age, or her teachers, just guiding likes and so on. But online, it's like there's no control over like who you could meet. It's almost like a boundless horizon. And I think for young people, that could be quite interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely interesting. If I had more access to, let's say if I was that age and I only had like alamak, which was, basically just text and nothing else, it's very boring, like, sure or not. Then, but then if you see pictures, you are more intrigued by it, and I think for me, personally, I feel that because over the weekend, I actually tried to see whether it was easy to lure like people out to just go out.
Girls.
So basically I posed as somebody that was basically what I did was I took a picture, I typed Asian guy under Google Images, I went to like some back page, just put anybody So it wasn't that easy for me because like on Friendster, actually like the minimum age you can search for is 16, right?
Yeah, so they set the parameter to between 16 and above.
And because for me, like I didn't like put a lot of stuff in my profile. I think that's the reason why I didn't get like much response.
They don't find you attractive, I guess.
Well, it's like fishing. It's like fishing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like fishing because like I think a lot of the younger generation. Well, I can't believe I'm saying younger generation, but a lot of the younger people actually make snap judgments of people from like.
Yeah, you can ask the younger generation there.
Yeah.
The youngest in the room is Jing Yao, 17 years old. So for you, like personally, do you get messages from strangers on social networking sites?
I don't, because actually I just use LiveJournal and Facebook, and basically Facebook gives you the option of accepting friends you really know. So that's the only option that I have. So when someone asks me to be friend and I don't know him or her, then I wouldn't accept the invitation. So I would need to be friends with friends I really know real life, and it's a good tool because you get to meet up with old friends you have never met up for years before, and you've done a project for a year and you haven't met up. So it's a great tool in that sense, actually. So there are its merits also, yeah.
Okay, but just a random poll on the streets now, we find that, there are at least 1 out of 5 teenage girls who have been sexually propositioned, online on their Facebook account. So
five people, there's one here. Because statistically, this is true.
So was it true for your case?
Like I said, you have really weird people asking different things and wanting different things, and I think it's up to you to sort of know. Like with Facebook, I have my privacy settings set really high. If you're not on my friends list, you're not going to get access to my photos, you're not going to get access to my profile or anything. So if I don't know you and you're not connected to a friend of mine, even then I'll ask that friend, like, who is this person? They're trying to add me. So it's really up to the person to see like how. That you got to take care of yourself. You got to know how to take care of yourself. You can't put yourself out there and expect nothing to happen.
But how do you? Okay, let's say on Friendster, do you have privacy settings on Friendster actually?
You could limit your profile to private. I think.
Oh, you could.
3 levels. So I can only allow my site to be viewed by friends or my friends or my friends. So that's the maximum. So
friends or my friends or my friends.
Yeah. So if you're not even like an acquaintance of my friends, then you won't be able to see my
third degree
profile. Something like that.
Okay. So how do you make a judgment? Pokwan, how do you make a judgment on whether like somebody is worth adding or not? Or
the first thing that I'll look at is like
because you were joining a few groups, like online groups.
It's for work.
Okay. Yes.
But basically, I don't accept friend requests from strangers at all. Unless they look cute. Then I'll probably add them, and then I'll check through their profiles and see if they are decent people. If they are not, then I'll delete them.
Have you been lied to before?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. Yeah, because I can't tell because I don't meet them in person.
Okay, I think previously Julian was actually telling us a bit about a scam that was going on, right, on Friendster.
No, that was MSN actually.
Oh, MSN.
Yeah.
Okay, so how does it go about?
I think somehow it's like this guy and this girl, they managed to get hold of like people's email addresses, and they used that to add people to MSN. And so it's like it was a girl called Cindy, who was a girl in distress.
Okay, but this is not like a bot, right? It's not like a
it's
pre-programmed
so
script.
It's,
it's a real person.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it'll be this so-called girl called Cindy who's in distress and chatting with this guy.
Okay.
Like how she's homeless, she needs money and so on. And you talk on the phone later, and this girl who's on the other line. And later on, you'll carry on and then she'll ask for money. Yeah, and guys actually fell for it.
And was this local?
Yeah, it was in Singapore.
Okay, so guys actually fell for this kind of thing.
And they wired money over to this bank account.
Wow.
And then how did they get caught in the end? Or
I think in the end the police investigated based on some reports, and they were lodged. And so the law caught up with like this guy and this.
So was the guy behind the?
It could be a guy who was at the terminal, but I think there was also a girl involved who like answer the phone and talk on the phone and all that.
Wow. Could be a syndicate, altogether. Crime syndicate.
Yeah, it could be, because now there are a lot of like, especially online, where they have all these syndicates where you join this thing and then you stand to win like don't know how much money and you stand to win that and all that.
Okay, so back to the underage sex case, right? So from your interview with the girl, do you think that she felt like she has made a grave mistake, based on what you have talked to her?
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, it's like these things like shouldn't happen, and I think now she's basically undergoing like counseling and all that right now. So I think she's in a good place where I think she will pick up the pieces.
Just based on the article, it seems like she's feeling okay. She doesn't really think that that was like a really big mistake, and she's still dating some other teens, right, whom she met online. Is that true?
Oh, I don't think she's able to.
Okay, but I mean, of course, her use of
I
computers.
think there are caregivers and all that who are making sure that she doesn't.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, but how young is too young to date actually? I'm just wondering.
So when did you start dating?
Dating?
Yeah.
I had a girlfriend when I was in kindergarten.
Oh.
Like,
Okay,
just a girlfriend that I'll just pass her an apple or something.
Right.
Or,
Okay, but that's not dating. It's just like showing affection.
Yeah.
So that's acceptable.
Well, one thing, I mean, like, generally speaking, I think like, you see the headlines around the world, it's like people are getting sexually active much earlier. Like, 10, 11, 12, and was this, 9-year-old girl that was pregnant or something some time back, right? That was like, quite amazing. But anyway, so what are your thoughts on this? Could it be the pervasiveness of new media in the sense that, like, do you think it can be controlled in any way?
I think it's very much a personal choice. I think sometimes new media and internet have become a very convenient scapegoat. Like all the fault of this underage sex, propaganda, all this push towards the internet, and it's a very convenient scapegoat because it can reach out to so many people. But I think ultimately, when it boils down to essentials, it's actually about choice and personal self-censorship. I mean, you go online and you choose to review what kind of information and different information about yourself. It's all about self-censorship and choice, actually. Yeah.
But some of them are too young to actually know what they can or should not reveal, Like, I mean, if I give somebody my cell phone number and the person calls me, I'll be prepared to talk to that person. But, if they're really young, they probably wouldn't know,
Yeah, and I'll always want to put my best looking profile picture, right? You wouldn't want to
That's
put
you,
some...
Popat.
No, I think that applies to a lot of people, I mean, on social networking sites. Yeah, but probably by doing that, you could have invite some sexual predators, to spy on you or to stalk on you.
Yeah,
right?
It's a very like common theme in a lot of like even like drama serials. I was watching CSI, it's like on online predators and all that. It's just like, wow, okay, everybody is just all talking about online predators.
Yeah. Okay. So, but of course, social networking sites are not just about the pitfalls. There are also benefits.
That's right.
And we'll talk about it when we come back. 42.